An adventurer named Rud is kicked out of his party because he has failed to protect others. He decides to live with his ill sister, but meets a girl on the way who helps him identify his hidden abilities, and he becomes a powerful fighter. The anime begins with Rud fighting an enemy with the hero's party. He says members of the adventuring party have many roles, like attackers and healers. Rud is a tank and his job is to protect the other members and draw all enemy attacks. The enemy tries to smash Rud while fighting, but he stops him with his strong shield. Rud is imagining his sister Meikyuu when his team member Nin interrupts him. Nin asks him not to make weird faces at the guild. She also asks him to take an interest in romance, but he says no one is cuter than his sister. Rud says Meikyuu has an incurable disease and his only hope is to find the secret treasure of the labyrinth that is said to grant any wish. Rud says he is hopeless now because his shield has been depleting since they entered the labyrinth. Nin encourages him, saying that they can all fight because of him and that he is an exceptional tank. Rud and Nin are talking when Kouryaku, the hero of the team, comes there. He has defeated many labyrinths at a very young age. The other two members, Lilia and Lily, are also with Kouryaku. Kouryaku introduces two new party members, but Nin says Labyrinth allows only up to 6 members. Kouryaku then reveals that Rud is out of the party because he is a useless tank. He mentions the incident a day before, when Rud's shield was depleted and he failed to protect them. Nina tries to defend Rud, but Kouryaku says they could have all been killed, so he would not allow Rud to be in the party. Rud is about to leave when Kouryaku takes his sword, saying that they did not make any profit the day before. Nina starts crying and Rud tells her that he will live with his sister from now on. He invites Nin to visit him. Rud thinks about what Kouryaku said about him and his skills. He hears some people talking about a job and asks them if they will join him. They ask for his rank and one of them recognizes Rud, saying that he was in Hero's party. They allow him to join them and his job is to guard a merchant until they reach Kouryaku. On the way to Kouryaku, they see a girl and Rud thinks if they are being trapped. He asks the girl who she is when a big monster appears behind her. They are all shocked to see the gigantic forest snake. He asks the girl to hide and the merchant asks Rud to be careful because the snake is very poisonous. The snake is about to attack Rud, but he protects himself using his shield. Others ask him to be careful and he says he has skills to protect himself. He asks the other member to attack the snake while he draws its attention. Suddenly, the snake attacks Rud and throws him away and he faints. Rud dreams of his sister weeping, sitting on stairs and calling him. He opens his eyes and stands up, saying that he does not have a sword, so they will have to cut the snake down. He runs toward the snake, saying that they will have to work together. They attack again together, but the merchant yells, telling them that the snake is preparing a killing blow. Rud thinks he cannot dodge its killing blow. He stops its blow and asks others to attack it. They finally manage to defeat and kill the forest snake. The other team members say they have all killed the snake because of Rud. Rud says they killed it because of all of them. He then goes to the girl who is hiding and asks her if she is injured. He asks her where she will go now and she says she has nowhere to go. Rud asks her to accompany him, telling her that he is on his way to Avacia. The girl agrees to go with him, but Rud thinks her dress is inappropriate. The merchant gives them a dress as thanks and tells Rud that she can be an escaped slave. Rud thinks she is a homunculus who serves humans as slaves. He tells the merchant that the girl is not wearing a collar. He says he will look after her. Rud and the girl say goodbye to others, but they ask Rud to join their party as a tank. Rud says he wants to get the secret treasure and the girl is surprised to hear this. They say the secret treasure can create homunculus who are scary and expressionless. Rud refuses to join their party and leaves with the girl. On the way, Rud introduces himself to the girl and asks for her name, but she says she does not have one. Rud then gives her the name Luna and she thanks her. They both stay in the forest and eat meals at night. Suddenly, Luna notices some wolves around and picks up a knife to kill them. She easily kills all of them, surprising Rud, who thinks Luna was created illegally. She is different from other homunculus because she can fight and has emotions. He vows to never abandon her because she reminds him of his sister, Meikyuu. He asks Luna why she did not defeat the forest snake if she could fight. Luna says she is skilled in magic, not melee. She tells Rud that she has skills that can enhance the magic, as well as a rare skill called Identify. Luna then touches Rud and tells him that he has 4 skills. She identifies that Rud has 2 abilities that he did not know before, which are Life Conversion and Shield Sacrifice. He realizes why his shield was depleted and why he was kicked out of his party. He thanks Luna for identifying his unknown skills. Rud and Luna reach Avancia and Luna says it is a tranquil town. 2 girls named Melina and Phil run into them and get excited to see Rud. Melina is a trainee blacksmith and Phil is the sub-captain of the village guard. Phil tells Rud that she met Meikyuu, who is doing well. Rud says he always goes on his adventures without any worry because the whole town takes care of his sister. He then introduces Luna to Melina and Phil, who are happy to meet her. Rud enters the house and asks Luna to keep quiet because Manisha is sleeping. He feels the odor of the meal and Manisha comes there and welcomes him. She asks Rud about Luna and he introduces her to Manisha. Manisha welcomes Luna and asks both of them to have a seat and eat the meal. Luna asks Rud about Manisha's hair and he tells her that Manisha's hair moves according to her emotions. He asks Manisha how she knew about his arrival and she says she had feelings. They start eating, but Luna does not know how to eat with a spoon. She tells them that she used to eat with her hands. Manisha tells her how to hold a spoon and eat with it. She says she will teach her everything. Manisha then teaches Luna how to do household work and how to cook. Luna cooks food after 3 days and Rud is surprised to know this. Rud and Manisha like and enjoy the meal and appreciate Luna. Manisha suggests they should show Luna the town and Rud agrees. Manisha gives her dress to Luna and says she will help her change her dress. Luna refuses to do so, which surprises Manisha. Rud and Luna walk around the town and meet Melina's father, Mr. Razel. Mr. Razel says he will make something incredible for Rud and Rud thanks him. He then suggests Rud should show Luna the monstrous farm. Rud tells Luna about the farm when Granny Gigi, the town's apothecary, comes there. She asks Rud if Luna is his girlfriend and Rud says no. He then introduces Gigi to Luna and tells her that she makes medicine for Manisha. Granny Gigi asks Luna to visit her shop if she needs any help. She also asks her to come with her to harvest spinach. They work in the field and on the way back, Rud tells Luna that she is pretty, which is why everyone takes care of her. Luna says everyone in the town is nice and she is happy. She says she wants to be there. She then asks Rud if he recognizes the magic stone on her chest. She says she is a homunculus developed in a neighboring nation called Brunkles. She starts weeping and apologizes for not telling him because she thinks he will kill her after knowing her reality. Rud says he knew about her when they first met. Luna asks why he helped her and he says she looks like Manisha, which is why he helped her. Rud asks her if she wants to live as a homunculus or a human. He asks her to be with him because he is searching for a secret treasure. Luna says she wants to live as a human and calls him her master. After reaching home, Luna tells Manisha that she is a homunculus and Manisha says they are still friends. They clean the mansion and Manisha makes tea for everyone. After the tea, it is suggested that Rud and Phil should have a mock duel. The duel starts and Phil seems strong when fighting. Luna encourages Rud and finally, he knocks Phil down, much to her surprise. Everyone is surprised to see Rud's power and Phil asks him how he got this skill. Rud tells her that this skill is called life conversion, through which he can convert his depleted shield into strength. Luna and Manisha are also happy and surprised by Rud's victory. Manisha remembers how Rud helped her and calmed her down when she was little. She dreams of her childhood and after waking up, wonders if Rud is happy or not. She wonders if Rud could live more freely than before. Rud wakes up and says good morning to Manisha, who is preparing breakfast. He offers his help but Manisha refuses. Luna comes there and apologizes to Manisha for being late. She is surprised that Manisha has prepared the breakfast already. She says to them that they not only allowed her to live a normal life, but also taught her many things. She asks them how they learned all this and Rud tells her that they learned all this through apprenticeship. Apprenticeship is a master-student relationship and they both attended night school. Rud heads to the town after telling Manisha and Luna. Manisha says that Rud was an incredible student at school and everyone believed that he would become a knight. One day Manisha heard some students' conversation about Rud becoming an adventurer to cure Manisha's disease. She thought she was a hindrance to her brother's success. Manisha is lying on the bed when Luna asks her if she is feeling unwell. Manisha tells her that she is thinking about her past. Luna tries to cheer her up and Manisha asks her what she would do if she came to know that someone was giving his life for her. Luna says she will be happy to know this and asks Manisha if she is talking about Rud. Manisha is shocked to hear this. She asks Manisha why she does not talk to Rud about this. Manisha says she does not know how to interact with Rud and she does not want to rely on him. She wants to be kind to him, although she keeps her distance from him. Luna asks her to keep talking to Rud. Rud reaches home and Manisha says she wants to say something to him. She asks Rud if he is happy with his current life and he replies, yes, he is. She also questions him about why he saved her when she was abandoned. Rud reveals that he saved her because she once saved him and Manisha is shocked to hear this. Rud tells them that once he was being teased by other children because he was scary in his childhood, but Manisha did not get afraid of him and called him brother. He decided to live with her on that day. He confesses that he wants to be with her and becomes happy to spend time with her. Manisha gets emotional and starts weeping to hear this. She apologizes to Rud for thinking wrongly about him. She hugs Rud and expresses all her feelings about him. Rud says thanks to Luna, who urges Manisha to do this. Luna goes to prepare lunch and Manisha and Rud decide to help her. Meanwhile, the doorbell rings and Rud sees Nin standing outside. He asks Nin why she has come there and she says she wants to meet him. Nin says the church granted her some time and she came there. She also tells him that she left the hero's party that has been disbanded. She tells him that Kygless was exposed as a weak fighter after Rudd's departure and lost his entire shield. All the party members had to run after realizing that they could not fight without Rudd. Kygless got severe injuries but blamed other members for this. Nin spoke up before him and made him realize that they had been winning due to Rudd. When Kygless did not admit his fault, all the other members quit the party. After knowing how the party disbanded, Rudd tells Nin that he has learned about his unknown skills. Nin apologizes to him, saying that they could not figure out his hidden skills. Nin also meets Manisha and Luna and tells them that she plans to check the orchard. Manisha asks Nin to stay with them if she does not want any place to live. Rudd does not want this and tells Manisha secretly that Nin is the daughter of a duke. He asks Nin to stay in his room and Nin says she can share the room with him. They both are talking when Phil comes there and reveals that an unknown monster appears in the orchard. They all reach the orchard and Rudd apologizes to Nin for dragging her into this. Suddenly, the monster appears there and Rudd realizes that the monster's biological structure is different from other monsters. The monster attacks them, but Rudd blocks its attack using his shield and asks others to attack the monster. Nin and Luna keep healing Rudd while fighting. Rudd encourages everyone to attack the monster and says that he can still use the shield of sacrifice. Finally, Rudd defeats and kills the monster without a single causality. Everyone appreciates him. They examine the monster's body and find 2 homunculus crystals. Nin guesses someone forced the homunculus magic stone into a monster. Rudd says someone created this monster, although it is forbidden. He suggests they should report the situation to the local lord. He says the attack of this monster may be the harbinger of something that is coming.